by the president in lieu of congressional action is the appropriate way to go? And as president, how would you balance those two powers?
No, I do not believe that. I think if the president basically changes the law by executive order, then you are losing the whole system of American government. So that's where President Obama has really made the grave error, undermined the entire system of American democracy by issuing an executive order that was plainly lawmaking as opposed to law implementation. The executive orders are for law implementation. We don't give the president the right to make laws. We give that to the Congress. And as frustrating as that may be, we can't help that. The American philosophy of government is that it's better for the Congress to deadlock than it is for a dictator just simply to draw an executive order and change the law. That's the direct answer to the question. If I can elaborate a little bit more, because it's my way of getting guys to vote for me, or not, I don't know. Trump. I have broken from Trump on his approach to immigration. I know that people are angry. In fact, particularly here in South Carolina, people are angry about the immigration issue. They're resentful. I know this. And I do believe that there are some things that we can agree on, like controlling the border. I think that we ought to have controls over a nation-state's border and all that. But I break with him in a couple of ways. Number one, the Constitution has said that a person who's a natural-born citizen of the United States is a citizen of the United States. Trump would like to change that interpretation of the 14th Amendment, would like to change that, and to say that, to really throw into question young Latino, young men and women and children as to whether or not they should be natural-born citizens of the United States. The 14th Amendment was put into place to make it crystal clear that African Americans, either born in slavery or not, free people, were clearly citizens of the United States, both in our American history and certainly in foreign countries' history. We know that when you start messing with people's citizenship, that is a harbinger of great danger. Trump is wrong about this. In order to exploit the anger and resentment of the American people regarding the immigration issue, he is endangering and undermining the liberties of the American people. And I disagree with him on that. Secondly, this morning, General, Trump has said that he wants to put together an immigration force to go ahead and track down people and put them in boxcars and ship them away someplace else, and to export them from the United States. I can't think of a worse message. It's just a practical matter. I can't think of a worse message to send to Latino citizens of the United States, that they are under attack, basically, by the Republican Party. If this continues on, there's no chance the Republicans win the 2016 election. And that's why I reject it as strongly as I possibly can. So, what's the Gilmore proposal? Well, I think the people ought to come out of the shadows here and work in order to get on a work permit to be able to work here legally, the people who are already here, because we've inherited that problem. I just don't agree with the Trump type of authoritarian, totalitarian type of solution. I just don't agree with that. But to answer the question, okay, so that means that the president's getting almost to the same place I am. Oh, by the way, I do not believe in the path of citizenship for people who are here who have broken the law and are here illegally. That kind of answer I don't support. But bringing people here and bringing them some sort of legal status and then drawing a strict line on people who want to come here illegally in the future would be my approach. So aren't I really landing in the same place Obama is? Almost. The difference is I would never, ever undermine the system of free liberty lawmaking in this country by issuing an illegal executive order. That's what the president did. If he wants to argue on behalf of a proper solution, he needs to go back to the Congress, I don't care how gridlocked they are, or go over the heads of the Congress to the American people and persuade them to pressure their Congress people. But don't just issue an executive order that's illegal. Once again, just like the Supreme Court point, General, you're undermining America's belief in its own system, and in the long run, that is very hazardous.